Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Let me see. Do I want one of these? No. Let's do a song right quick. Morning, Nana L. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I bet you've been working like crazy. What you up to? Good morning, everybody. Hey, I'm still yawning. Hey, Twist. What you up to? You guys, I just came on because my phone is blowing the fuck up. It obviously blew up last night. And I can't tell you the slightest of what is going on or why it's going on. So I'm aware that there's been some shit going on. I was alerted. I came on to let you guys know. Please stop messaging me about it because I haven't watched it. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm the last one to know. Good morning. Newtons. Good morning. Having some coffee. Ugh. Hold on. Let me get Dexter out. Nana L, me too. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some discussions, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. I woke up and my phone's like, what the fuck is going on? Everybody's popping off. Hey, Beefbergs. Oh, girl, I get up early. I've been up for a while. The dogs had to go out. My household's peaceful in the morning, so I always get a couple hours in the morning by myself usually. I looked at my phone this morning and I'm like, what is happening? I got so many messages. Whoa. Twist, so am I. I'm extremely lost too. That makes two of us. Kyle made me watch this movie on Netflix last night. He didn't make me, but it was the stupidest movie I've ever seen. It was a new Netflix one with Julia Roberts. Hey, Vic. And it was so stupid. It's not worth the time. Yeah, that's me too. I go to bed early. Oh, I've been off of my schedule. Jacqueline, that's what I'm hearing. Did you really, Vic? You loved it? Oh my gosh. It drove me nuts. I was like, there's no way. This is way too far out there. I was so irritated. I was like, no. Jacqueline, I went to bed confused and woke up even more confused this morning. So that makes two of us. Go to the grocery store today. I have laundry to do today. I'll get to you guys, I'm not doing a back and forth. I guess I haven't watched it yet, so I can't tell you what was said or what was going on, but my phone blew up. I guess Nunya went live and talked about me. I don't know what's going on. I haven't talked to Nunya in probably close to 2 months now. So I have no understanding of what's going on either. So the first time I'd seen her was the other night. She popped in when I was talking about Kathy P. But yeah, that's exactly what I said. Good morning and fit and curvy. That's what I said too. P Freaks. What? I haven't watched it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But my phone, I've got so many fucking messages. It's unbelievable. People are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't have a clue. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Yeah, yeah, Jacqueline, I don't know either, and that's why I just wanted everybody to know. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what was said. I don't know if it was negative. Like, I have no clue. I am been so disconnected with all of that stuff. There's a lot going on in multiple different areas. So I like people just go crazy, and that's why I wanted everybody to know. I got messages like, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure if there's a problem, like, to me, Nunny and I would talk about stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't think that's why I wanted to like shut it down, because I don't think it was bad. Exactly. Beefergs. That's why I'm like, I don't I'm not saying shit about it. Because I just wanted everybody to know I got the messages, and I think there's a lot of pot stirring going on. I think there has been, but I definitely in this situation, like, that's a little hard for me to like just jump and be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. That's not the case. So she only said, you said, oh, Renzo says there's no, I wasn't talking about her. Not at all. She came over and gave a link. Oh, yeah. See, that's why people are upset. That wasn't about her at all. Not at all. Yeah. That's, if that's what she thought, that definitely wasn't about her. Not one bit. In fact, she probably knows exactly who it is. We actually had to delete some comments. Yeah. I'm not upset with her at all. I don't know what was said. I have no idea. Hey, Miss Leah. Yeah. Jacqueline, 100%. That's why I think. So let me explain. So there's been people, I got rapper, and like 18 different accounts came into one of my lives the other day, just poking. Then I made a disclaimer in the beginning of my live, and some of you guys were probably here, that I did on Vada. And oh, Twist, there's no miscommunication. I don't think she did anything wrong, but I'm just trying to like stop everybody from messaging me, because you ain't gonna cause shit where there ain't shit. Like, people aren't gonna do that. We're not doing that. And if she has something, she'll come to me. I'm sure of it. Like, I'm not doing this back and forth thing. People need to chill out, because that's what happens. I got I got a whole phone of messages about this. So I'm not concerned about it at all, but it wasn't her that was being addressed at all in the comments about pot stirring. That is definitely not her. Yeah, if she assumed that, definitely. No, oh, stitching. Yeah, no, no, no. Okay, good. I'm glad that okay. No, that wasn't her. Not at all her. That's definitely not none yet. Was the one I was talking about in that one. I made a disclaimer in the beginning of a live about another live that I had watched a portion of at that point in time. And then after I was done with my live, I actually further watched the rest of the live, and it's been somebody that's been going back and forth in comment sections, but not in the DC. I think that's where people are. There's so many different pieces of this, but I was definitely not talking about her in that comment. The only comment she made was about the group together, which I thanked her for. So people need to stop stirring shit. There ain't no shit. Yeah, yeah. I don't have like Nanya and I have not had any fallout, any like massive words, none of that stuff. Nanya and I have gone our separate ways, done our own thing. there's some things that I needed to address, some boundaries for me that have nothing to do with her or what she's doing or anything. It was a me thing that I needed to realize that it was really getting to me, and I needed to be the one to, like, okay, this has got to stop. Yeah, Vic, 100%. I don't think so either. I agree with you. That's what I woke up though. You guys, people get really concerned, and I understand it. And the people that, well, three of the people that reached out were definitely just reaching out, going, okay, there's a misunderstanding. More so like that. Well, they didn't say that. They just dropped stuff. But then there's the ones that are like, oh, run with it. And like I said, flat out, I haven't watched it. I don't have any ill will. Yeah, if she assumed that I was talking about her, that's not talking shit. Because it wasn't about her. In fact, she'd probably laugh if she knew who I was actually talking about in the comment that needed to be deleted. There was actually two different situations that were popping off in that live stream. Can we not do this first thing? Hey, B10, right? Right. Well, everybody seems so worked up about it. So I was like, I'm coming on to tell everybody, yes, I've heard. Stop. Stop messaging me, everybody. Everything's fine. It's just crazy. Craziness. And a lot of the people that reached out, I will have to say, well, two of them I know for sure did it out of, are you okay kind of thing. But everything's fine. Stop trying to stir shit where there ain't shit, people. This is what Veda and those guys have been trying to do for months. Like trying to bait the whole like, well, Nanya's not around anymore. Nanya's not around anymore. And I'm like, okay, and leave it be, people. People cannot let other people just do their thing. I'm realizing that out here. Adults cannot adult. I didn't know that there was all the shit that was popping off still with the other situations. So there's multiple things. Uh-huh. I can't even stay awake. I'm yawning. This is how much excitement I have in me. But there's 47 of you fucking drama suckers in here right now. What are you up to? No drama before 11, Miss Leah. Some of us got to get it out of our system soon. No, there's no, there's, some of us need to. Jacqueline, there's nothing to bash over though. Like for me, there's nothing, like that's a personal situation for me that I had to address and realize that where my boundaries laid. And it fucking sucks when you know, there's a lot I could say, but there's just no point of it. There's no point to that. That's not who I am. That's not why yeah, yes. Yeah, beefers, and I should have. The pot stir in my live stream comes from a different community that most of you don't even fuck with. And it's been a constant issue, especially recently, about situations that I'm like, I'm not promoting these people, nor do I watch this stuff, nor do hey Tia, um, nor do I even give a shit. So that's why I'm just trying to say it, like, and it will go on all fucking day, just so you guys know. Even though I said this, it will go all fucking day. And I'm not talking about the creators or anybody that reaches out like an actual concern. That's a different situation. The pot stirrers go and go and go and go and go and go and go. they, they don't stop. And that will happen all fucking day to day. That's why I'm just like, I'm not a, there's nothing that bothers me. She is entitled to say whatever she wants. However people want to go about whatever they do, that's on them. Exactly, Jacqueline. Sometimes you just gotta let things naturally like go their thing. Nani and I had a blast doing some of the stuff, like working through some of the stuff. We had some great laughs during a lot of the stuff we did. Some of it got just so outrageous, but there was moments of extreme tension. We never lied to you guys. Like we fought, argued it out. We are polar opposites. Polar opposites. And that can cause, but we always told you guys, like, we would argue about our decisions or our thoughts being differently respectfully, though. There was always like a respectful thing. Hey, language of horses. So I don't even, I probably won't watch it, to be honest, because even if she did say anything negative, here's the thing at the end of the day. I wish her nothing but the best. I am off into cult la la land. So it is what it is. There's nothing. I don't have anything to drag anybody over. I mean, I could drag people over all sorts of shit. That's just not who I am. I've always said that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a blessing or a curse. One of the others, you know? And she was a part of my channel for a year plus. I'm sorry if it was misunderstood that I was talking about her stirring the pot, because it definitely wasn't about her stirring the pot. That was definitely somebody else. And well, there was actually two situations that I guess could apply to that, but the one I was specifically speaking of. Hey, hey. I yawned for the first 3 hours of the day too. Does anybody else do that? Does anybody else yawn for 3 hours? It seems like. Mark, nothing. I just woke up to a shit ton of messages like, oh, this is popping off and this is popping off and your name's in this person's mouth. And not all of them. A couple of them were actually out of concern and like, are you okay? Everything okay? Yeah, I was okay. I was in bed. It was, I was totally in bed. But I'm talking about, there was somebody in the comment section and it wasn't her. So, and that person, I walk in a fine line because I would love to be able to say it all out front. And, but I already know exactly what will be used or said or any of that shit. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation with the one, but I can absolutely, and she'll understand. Yeah, I'm not upset at all, Mark. No big deal over here. Nothing but love for everybody. It's Christmas time. Yeah, Nana L, that happens a lot too. Like, well, that's why I started off this. I haven't watched anything. I don't know what's going on. Nothing. Don't ask me what was said. I wasn't gonna just like, and I think so many people get in that mindset of what the fuck, kind of thing. And I get it. But after a year and a half, I've had people talk about me that I've never even knew had channels, or say things about me or my personal life or Kyle or my kids or stuff like that that I've never even fucking talked to or think I've been in a chat with. So you just kind of get used to it and you kind of get used to going, yeah, we're not doing that. The birdies are chirping. And no matter how many times, Nana L, you ask people not to send stuff, like there's a difference too. Like people that send it out of concern or just like, hey, like this is going on. And then people that just do it to stir the shit. That happens more often than not. That's it. Miss Leah. I send nothing. You don't send me anything about me, though. You send me stuff about crazy situations that I have no clue about. Nana's like, I didn't either. Yeah. Yes. You guys know what I'm talking about then. Yeah. Yep. Jacqueline, that's been something that I've noticed for a long time. They've been really like, and I think they're used to people. Well, because part of this is the DC. So you've got the DC, the true crime, the trauma, and then some of us that are just kind of like mixture channels that kind of like fuck around with each other, I guess, or like overlapping communities. So you've got different aspects of it. So in the DC, they're used to just going live and dragging each other. To each their own. That's just not my thing. I don't have enough energy or give a fuck enough about those people, most of them, to go live and drag them. I could. But Nana L, it's only because I promised somebody I was going to check my emails today. That's why. Because Stargazer had me thinking I missed her message after I responded to it yesterday, so I made sure to check it again. And it wasn't Stargazer who said anything about that. We were talking about a whole different situation. Yeah, exactly, Jacqueline. And people get to the point where they feel like they have to choose something. There's nothing to choose here. I'm sorry if there was a misunderstanding and she thought I was talking about her. Nani, if you hear this, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. You've got all my information if you want to know who I was talking about and why. But that is definitely not. I was definitely not talking about you. You actually came in and were helpful. The group together option is a great thing. It's just it wouldn't work for this. You guys in the comments are all like, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it," and I get it. And then you have the TC drama community. I don't like a lot of the channels that spin through the community. Does that make sense? Like, there's a lot of channels that I just can't watch their content. And it's nothing against the person necessarily. It's just not for me. I can't keep up on the DC stuff. That stuff is mind numbing to me and extremely disappointing what's going on now. So I pop in, pop the fuck out. Pop in, pop the fuck out. If you see me in a chat, do not assume that I am there. If I talk, I'm there. If I leave, I'm not talking. Sometimes, very rarely, will I put it in my ear and stop chatting. Usually, I try to find a way to like continue on in the conversation if I'm still there. Nope. Butter and jelly. Yuck. At least you didn't say peanut butter. Mark, I understand you're upset about what's going on with her, but she's giving them what they want. Lutens, that's the case. That's the case too. If I'm being honest, Mark, I have been very disappointed with all sides of that. Hey, Doxy Lover. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. Thank you for noticing them, rapper. Yeah, Beefergs. I can't watch that shit. After losing my grandfather to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and then it traveled to his brain, Kyle's brother dying of brain cancer. I don't have that shit in me. I don't have it in me, and I will not say nice shit. If I was to commentate on that, it would piss a lot of people off on all sides of things, and it is what it is. But it is too fucking far, way too far. Somebody's got to be the bigger person and shut it down, and I don't see it happening. Hey, Andrew, it's really too much. Way too much. Way too much. It's just for people who have lost anybody with cancer or anything like that. Like that's that's not fair to anybody. It's it's just not. Stitching, I I'm starting to become very concerned for people's well-being if that's where we've like gotten to. Yeah, Jacqueline, no, I know, Mark. You know what I'm saying though. If you want that to stop, and the subs are stirring a lot of that too. And I'm not talking you, but there is subs that go from chat to chat to chat to chat, and you in the comments know who you are and those who you don't. So you please don't feel I'm blanket statement anybody. But they go from chat to chat, egging both of them on, is what I've seen, and it's happened nonstop. And I worry about mobs in this situation too, because with her significant losses and dealing with she's dealt with too, like that's been my concern is all the people that it's affecting around them, because the mobs I know is an incredible, wonderful, amazing, but this has to take a toll on her. It has to take a toll on her because it's got to be. Hey, truth hurts. Don't worry, we're not dragging anybody or anything. We're just calming everybody down. Becky knows. Becky don't care. There's no harm over here. Yes, Claudia. It heals life. Yeah, I popped in, popped out, said hello to a few people, and popped out. We were watching a movie last night, though. That's why I didn't stay. Plus, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know much. Hey, Dark Horse, I don't know. You like Nutella? Tia. I can't do the Nutella stuff. It is gross. I'm terrible about that. Kyle made me watch some stupid movie last night, Claudia. That's why I popped out of there. But I don't know much of that situation either, to be honest. I When I tell you guys, hold on, I'm inside. Just a second. I don't want to wake anybody up. I gotta whisper. Miss Leah, I'm fighting with Miss Leah. Miss Leah, I'm gonna drag you sick, okay? It's grift, miss. Miss Leah likes Nutella. Get her, chat. Get her. I'm just joking. Um. Oh shit. Sorry, Mark. Wait, what? Nude pics? Who's getting nude pics? Wait, what? Go back to that. Come on. I didn't get no nudes. Come on, Dexter. Are you coming out? He's like, no, Mom. It's cold out there. Come on, Dex. Hold on. I gotta go back up there. Wait, is that really happening? Somebody's getting nude pictures. Nanya, good morning. I wanted everybody to know, like, stop. I'll text you who I was talking about, Nanya, but it wasn't you at all. Sorry that got twisted. That's why I was like, everybody stop, calm down, hold on. There's got to be something else going on here. I haven't watched it. Chill out, everybody. I was specifically talking about, Nanya, somebody that associates with, in that comment last night was about somebody. There was actually two different situations that popped off in that live that I was unaware of, like where they stemmed from. But the one that I was talking about pissed me off even more so after I watched the live and saw the comments that the person was making in that live section. And it was in regards to somebody's sobriety. Completely different community. You'll know who I'm talking about, I think. But thank you for coming in. I was like, stop, everybody. Okay, hold on. Let me go back up. Nana Al, I need to know. I have to have more context to nude pictures. What's for breakfast? Vic, I don't feel like cooking this morning. Oh, Nana Al, what is going on with those pictures? I caught on to like 2 seconds of some nude photos. Is it the shower photos when they got stills of her accidentally turning her phone on in the shower? Is that what they're talking about? I haven't talked to mobs. Yeah, Nanya. Yeah. Okay. Sorry that got twisted and confused, but no, I never even thought of you being the pot stirrer at all. You came in and gave, okay, that's what I thought. I thought that's what the pictures were. Yeah, Liz, me too. Me too. And I gave that disclaimer, and then there was somebody that just kept on and continued to, and I've noticed that. That's why that person and I have had issues in the past. And okay, that was the cam slipper. Okay, that's what I thought. Good morning, Remy. Hey, Susie. Yeah, you guys, I can't do the cancer battle. I can't. I can't on either side of it. I have nothing good to say. It won't be good if I say anything, but I worry about the people who have been so greatly affected, like mobs, you know, like Kyle, like so many others around us all day long. Do you know how many people are fighting cancer in our comment section silently every fucking day that are going through absolute fucking hell? Absolute fucking hell in silence. Do you know how many people are terminal that can't afford their fucking medications in our comment section every goddamn day? Do you know how many people are homeless that can't afford their fucking a house, a roof over their heads, can barely afford the fucking, yeah, I don't got time for that shit. It is so fucking petty to me and disgusting, and it degrades the whole fight for so many people. It is. Don't get me on that soapbox because I will cuss a bunch of people out because it's disgusting on all aspects. And I can't believe that the internet does this. I come to YouTube to like talk some shit, talk about some of the stuff I'm passionate about, some of the things I love, some of that shit. You won't get me involved in this fucking, no. Too much. Nisi, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about you. Or me or anybody else. You guys come to the right place if you want somebody that's got their head buried in the sand. I'm really good at burying my head in the sand about a lot of shit. And it is what it is. Like, nope. Yeah. Yeah. It's just too much. It's too far on all aspects. And I know a lot of you guys align one place or the other. And I get it. There's past history. I understand all that. But that kind of gets blown way away. We can't even go there anymore because this is so much more disgusting in my opinion. Miss Leah, can you imagine me trying to drag you? Oh my gosh, that would be hysterical. We'd have to come up with some real good shit, Miss Leah. Yeah, I'm good at compartmentalizing. Kyle made me watch that stupid movie, Vic, and then he made me watch a show called Meth Storm from Arkansas, and I was feeling so uncomfortable watching that show. Please do not watch that if you have any type of trigger to that stuff. I don't have a trigger to that stuff, and I was triggered by that stuff. See, there's stuff, you guys all think I'm crazy for being up. What the fuck are you guys all up for? You're all up early on a Sunday morning, too. See, we all get our bullshit session out for the day. Yeah, I think they both, like, yeah. It becomes very toxic, and I think when you're in that world too, like, it's really hard. So let me say this too. Anybody going through chronic illness or types of that, it's a grief process. It's a grief process of losing the person you once were, the abilities that you once had, even if it's just a period of time. It's still a grief process. You grieve the things that you once knew, the once, you were able to do. And even if there's a period of time when you can't do it, it's still the same thing. It's not grief like losing somebody. And here's the other thing I need to say. There is a lot that has been said by certain individuals in that situation about other people's grief situations or tragedies and stuff like that are unforgivable. So the hate that is held for her by some people is absolutely justified, in my opinion. And fuck that, because she has said some evil, vile things about people I care about and their losses. I'm going to say that. But when it comes to this situation, we've got to be able to find a place where we can just wish them well and move it on. Wish it well, move it on. Does that make sense? Hey, Beth. The elderly get up early. Stitching, are you calling me elderly? It sucks that both of them are going through this. It really does. It sucks that. No, no, no. Who, if you are in here and you just texted me, not you either. No, you're not the one. No, please don't think that. Oh, God. One of the two that was concerned about me. No, I hate that. This is why I hate this shit, because I totally justify, like, there's so many feelings that are going on right now that I just didn't know about, or the reason or the why behind things of certain shit. But oh shit. Oh, you guys. Yeah, yeah. If you're in here, I'm reading your text come up right now. Yeah, 100% agree. If I'm going to talk about somebody, it's Dexter. Dexter's bugging me. Beefrix. I'm just joking. It was one of the people that was concerned about me, and she was worried that, yeah. Good morning, Revival. Okay, back to this, though. That's all good and fine. Everything's fine over there. That was a misunderstanding. None of you came in here. I wasn't talking about her in that comment. Just so everybody's clear. That wasn't about her. She heard it. She was in here. She's probably still in here. That wasn't about her. So that's cleared up. Let's move on to this one. Yeah, Beefrigs, that's exactly what 100% understandable. I saw your post the other day about that, and I completely understand why you feel the way you do. And I'm extremely sorry about your loss. Yeah, I don't know if you're in here or not, but oh, I'm so sorry, Scorpio Sting. I am so fucking sorry. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm sure that set you in a bad place mentally. That's what I worry about, though, is because it's the holidays. And I don't think either one of them intentionally went into this. If I'm understanding things correct, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I have missed so much of this because I purposely checked out of it. But from my understanding, they were going to be supporting each other, and at first, people were upset because they were supporting each other. If I'm correct about that, and Laura was doing candles because Alicia had been diagnosed, if I'm right. And then it just got completely in the mud and it has stayed there. Is that right? Oh, Nisi. Now that whole situation, I know where that's coming from, and that's another area I don't fuck with. Never have, never communicated over there, have disliked all along, never changed my opinions there. Do you think all women can be so cruel to each other? Yes, Nisi, I do. I really do, unfortunately. Oh, it's not MM's fault. I don't see it being MM's fault. I see MM being really upset and bothered by this situation because of her losses and wanting to defend. Like, she is that type. MM is, if you are in her bubble, she is ride or die on your side. I will say that. If you haven't seen that, you don't know her. She is definitely one of those to the, and that she's got her little group of people that she is really close to and has been for years. You can't make, that's the other thing, you can't make people's past go away. Yeah, I think that's what, am I right on that? I thought that's how it started initially, but I could be wrong. I could be, no matter how it started, I hope it ends with both of them just being able to move along and give each other space. Like, it's a lose-lose battle. What, in the end of it, it's only hurting both of them more. It's got to be exhausting. They are fighting a fight against cancer. And to take your energy and put it in, like, drama is draining. I don't care who you are. It is fucking draining. It is exhausting emotionally because, well, I guess maybe it's not if you're not an empath. Maybe it's not. Maybe for these people, it's not. I can't say it is. It is for me. I don't enjoy fighting with people just to fight with people. That's just not who I am. I've got enough of those people in real life. If I want to fucking pick a fight, I'll do that. Nisi, see, I always had male friends too, but I have a lot of female friends that I cherish dearly. Revival, Amethyst, Miss Leah. There's just so many, and I could go on and name and name and name. So please don't think I'm forgetting anybody because I genuinely have met some of the best people on this app. But I have real life friends that I've been friends with for over 30 years, female friends that I've never had a fight with. We've had disagreements where you're completely polar opposite. One of my best friends is a therapist. I talk about her all the time. Her and I have been best friends since 6th grade. And we polar opposites in so many different aspects. But it works for us because it's a difference. I don't know. But there's, yeah, I get that, Beefergs. I get that. Hey, Liz. I'm glad you guys are talking about that, though. It just makes me sad for both of them because both of them, that's great. Truth hurts. I hope they're both cancer free. I hope that for both of them. I don't want anybody to have to go down this fight. There's some in the comment section that are fighting. And again, it's not a battle of stages or anything like that. So I hate even saying that like as a follow up because I'm not trying to diminish anything that they're going through or feeling because to them it's very valid. When you're in that moment, it is scary as fuck. And it doesn't matter if it's stage 1 or stage 4. That's the reality they live in. And it is scary as fuck. And it's a grief process of what you knew before that. And if you've been considerably healthy the majority of your life and have something like that thrown at you, it upsets your entire world because not only does it affect you, but it affects all the people around you that care about you. Like it's so hard. This is a horrible situation. I hope both of them are cancer free and I wish them both the best. That's all I can say about it. But it's hard for me to watch so many people be emotionally tapped out over the situation. Emotionally just tapped the fuck out. Mark, you know what? I have surrounded myself. I have a bunch of therapy friends actually that I didn't meet. They became therapists because of one of them actually will tell you that she really got interested in this stuff after watching how everything in my life went. Like she's incredible too. She does a retreat for caregivers. She is one of the best humans. I am really lucky that I have people in real life that I connect to. And some people don't. Some people this is all they have and that's not a bad thing either. If your relationships on YouTube are all you have, it's not a bad thing, but it also can be really problematic when there's so many people that want to be in the middle of those relationships too, and they will stir. Thank you, Truth Hurts. I appreciate that. Beefers. I love that paranormal community. I can't get into that shit. You guys got me there. Yeah, absolutely, Nisi. Absolutely. Hey, Chroma Chronicles. Who the hell is that? You got new names over here. They think I'm doing drama. Look at me. Look at me go. You guys all think I'm doing drama this morning. They thought they were going to come in and watch all this drama. I'm just joking. I don't know who you are. I'm just giving you shit. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, I'm going back up in the comment section and agreeing with so much of what you guys are saying. And it's really hard because we could, hey, Huck, we could definitely do this. Like, I don't know. Is this the way the DC used to be? Can I ask that before I say anything else? Is this how it's always been? Or was there not boundaries before? Welcome in, Krama. Hey, Denise. Yeah, Mark, I am forced to do that, but a lot of people don't have that availability, whether it's due to health issues, whether it's due to isolation issues. Like those of us that can touch grass or smoke grass are very lucky. Okay. Like I do need to put that disclaimer in there too, because that's not the reality for some of these people. I watched the person the other day that a lot of you guys don't even watch this community or anything, but there was a lady that's been hardcore in the drama of certain aspects of a certain other community that I've overlapped, unfortunately, for a year and a half, and they've been ridiculous. But she got herself into a really bad spot. I'm just going to use this as an example. And she did a live stream the other day when shit got real hot. Things are real hot and fired up, and she was struggling with, she was talking openly about struggling with her sobriety and going back to rehab. And uh, even though she has been nasty as fuck to me for no reason, no provoked reason, I've never had a conversation with this person, I've never nothing, I can understand how she was taking up for her friend and doing her thing, and I wish her nothing but well. I wish her nothing but the best. I hope that she can pull back, but it also becomes an excuse for some people too. Like people will use situations like health struggles or addiction or anything like that to attack people and be nasty. And I can't get down with that shit either. And that's been a whole hell of a lot. A whole hell of a lot. Yeah, Liz, that's how I feel too. That's how I feel too. Too early for drama. Truth hurts. Miss Leah put a new rule that after this one, after I get done, Miss Leah and me are fighting this morning. But after I get done with this one, we put a no drama rule until after 11 a.m. She checked me already. She told me no more. Actually, I didn't come on to do drama to begin with. I was coming on to say I appreciate the messages from a few of you, and the pot stirrers, leave me alone. Go away. Oh, just Jake, I love the off-grid community. Yes, Nisi. And I am not above the drama. Please don't think that either. I can be a petty ass bitch. I am not perfect. I am an asshole, and I have dealt with a lot of bullshit on this app. There used to be boundaries. Yeah, B-Fergs, that's what. See, and you guys got so many of the Facebook people that started those groups over there and or other situations like that too. And those people were, I see Erica in all the chats I'm in these days, and I just roll my eyes and shake my head because I'm like, oh my God. I don't think people understand that on the internet you can still have boundaries. Back to law tube. Scorpio, I'm really sorry. Hey Bree. Fuck cancer. Say that louder. Absolutely. Yeah, Susie, I wish they could for their own. New rule. Miss Leah coming in hot. Ooh, Vic. Okay, never mind. I'm dragging Vic. Me and Vic are the ones that are fighting, okay? Mark it on your calendars. Vic likes the movie that I thought was stupid. Vic likes pumpkin spice lattes. She also likes Whataburger mustard burgers. Me and Vic are at each other's. Mark it down on the calendar. Run it around the internet. Vic and I are going to have a duel over food and movies. Absolutely. Absolutely, B-Fergs. Yeah, everybody's got to make their own decisions. No, hell no, Mark. No, I don't. Y'all, I want to have a discussion about Mark Leda. I got in my head last night and was sitting there after doing, I've been so deep in the research hole on a lot of that stuff. And I have been really, there's a lot of questions I genuinely have about some of his involvement, but that we're going to talk today about the mother of the 13-year-old. She was on a show called South Central Baddies. I didn't even know. I heard, or I saw a bunch of people in the comments saying I loved her on SCB, and I was like, "What the fuck is that? What's SCB?" Well, I went further down that rabbit hole, and South Central Baddies is like a segue off of Bad Girls Club on now that's what I or now that's TV or something, some different network I've never even seen. But that shit to me, like, I almost feel like the mom, and I'm going to show you guys some videos of the mom's channel. I think that there's a whole lot more to that situation as far as attempting to get social media fame. And it's almost at what the fuck cost? Are they actually exploiting a child in hopes of a reality TV show? That's kind of where my brain is going, but I'll show you guys and then we'll have a discussion about it. Oh, Truth Hurts. I can't even remember the name of it. It's got Julia Roberts in it. It's on Netflix. It's stupid. Vic and I. Yeah, you can still have hard boundaries. Good morning, accounting. Oh, thank you so much. And I saw your comment about Chloe. Yeah, Chloe passed away about 6 weeks ago. Yes, absolutely, B-Frix, please. Peter is an incredible, incredible creator. And he goes into those communities and does such a good job. Van life, yes. Yeah, B-Fergs, it is crazy to me because the mom a year ago on her channel, I didn't either. I watched a little bit of the Bad Girls Club, but I've never seen this one before. But he has quite the portfolio of companies he's worked for and stuff. He's well connected. He's definitely well connected, but I think we're seeing multiple things happen at once. I think we're seeing some exploitation on one side of the situation, and I also think we're seeing intentional exploitation in hopes of reality TV show, in my personal opinion. Peter is amazing, y'all. Please go watch that. He's been doing some incredible stuff on FLDS. You guys are going to just roll your eyes when I say this, but so everybody is pretty familiar with the Jeffs name, like Warren Jeffs out of Utah, the FLDS, because it was a big trial, big scandalous situation. But a lot of people are not familiar with like the work or the order, which some of that's the Kingston clan. And I personally was not as familiar with those offshoots either. So I've been really deep looking into the Kingston clan, and the talk about fucked up. Oh, Susie, that's the other thing is like, is this the new age family vlogging that we take a 13-year-old and give him a salacious story like this? Vic, I heard potentially that they even might pay people to be fighting like that. Yeah. Yeah, Bree, right? Kyle build something? He could. Yeah, they do. Oh, just Jake, I think you'll like Peter. Peter Santello is, he's doing great. And he gives such a good look because he's not going in attempting to like he goes in very open-minded and just films from every perspective. And he's brought things up in his videos or in these conversations that I never even thought about either. And we always talk about, there is good that comes in these communities too. There is a sense of community. A lot of these people are great. Oh, I got the other text message now. But there is some good, and people have a real hard time when they leave those places. I'm thinking so too, Beefer, I think he might have had good intent when it first started to come. I was going back through his stuff, and I think if I'm pegging it right, I can't put my finger on what happened, but about 2010, things significantly started to change with him from what I'm seeing. The Kingston clan is a whole bunch of insanity. Tom Green, I don't know much about him. Yes, Huck. Peter is amazing. He did that one segment a year ago on the Idaho farmer, the LDS farmer in Idaho. And that's just your common, like, those people are Mormon, but they're good human beings. At the end of the day, it doesn't have anything to do with their belief systems or values. They would still be the same way. They're just old school, farmers and ranchers. And I loved watching the kids fishing in the pond, like all of that stuff. He really puts a different highlight on things, and it's really interesting. Yeah, Beefix, he can go into any community and kind of mold, and he's just one of those very open-minded. He's genuine from jump. Beth. Fun neighbors. Oh, I like hoarders, but I get really anxious watching hoarders. It makes me real twitchy. Yeah, Mark, there's some crazy stories. He is very fair. Mark is very fair. Or Peter is very fair. Susie with the compound on the rock and the brother that was going to marry the other brother's wives when the brother passed away. Is that the family you're talking about? Peter is one of those good spots in humanity, and I got to thinking about the Mark stuff. So, and we're going to have a discussion about this. We'll talk about it. But is there benefit in what Mark is doing? Is this where society has came from or came to, that there is exploitation with all of these situations? I mean, at the end of the day, even talking about it is exploiting it, I guess you could say that. But is this where we've gotten to, where we have to have shock value content, like a 13-year-old in a see-through top, in order to get noticed by whoever? Unfortunately, most of us know that that's not working. That's never going to provide a solution to the answer or to the question. But is this where people are just stooping to because we can't seem to figure out that there's not enough resources for the people? I tried to look at it from a different perspective and say, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, and maybe there is benefit to what he's doing because he is highlighting. But when it comes to a child, to me, there's just no line. Like that's never going to help, right? Like there's no benefit in that perspective as far as seeing a nude 13-year-old. That's not changing shit, in my opinion. Beth, you're fine. We're always. Hey, sleuthing tater tot. Yeah, that was. I don't even find, like, we always talk about risk versus reward, risk versus benefit. What is, maybe I'm missing it. I would love somebody to be able to explain to me, or another perspective of what is the benefit of this? Is there another benefit to this? Is there, Susie? I didn't know that. I'm going to have to go down that hole now. Y'all get me in too many of these rabbit holes. Hey, Marcy, you're not close on anything. We're just bullshitting, y'all. Nothing's popping off. We're just kind of talking about it all. We're just bullshitting. That's it. Yeah. Some of his Peter's highlights recently have been incredible. They've been really good. Hoarders can be tough to watch because it's like, ugh. I was actually saying to Kyle last night, so the Meth Storm show, it's on HBO. On HBO. It's from Arkansas. It's an older documentary, but please, trigger warning, if you watch it, it's very raw and real and in your face, and really highlights a huge problem. But it went from mom to her sons, and it's just a really sad reality. But I was telling Kyle when we were watching it, I said I could not be a film, like just standing there holding a camera, feeling helpless, and just having the job of standing there filming these people at the worst moments of their lives. One, the kid, her son has a machete because he's paranoid, watching out the window and stuff after they had done their whatever they were doing. And I got to be careful what I say, but after they had done their drug of choice. And I was sitting there thinking the entire time, like, I could not just stand there and film that stuff, not knowing, not helping, just condoning it. And all they do is they're just there to stand and film. I would feel totally disgusted about that. I don't know. That's just a me thing. This is my version of church. Mostly the closet. Yeah, there doesn't seem like there's any benefit to that, especially in that situation. There doesn't seem to be any benefit. And I would love for somebody that's educated in that arena to tell me what they see as a benefit. Like, what is the actual benefit that they're talking about? What are they trying to get? Hey, Marianne. Yeah, Vic, I could not stand there and hold a camera and just watch people at their worst moments. The lady in the documentary was 33 or 43 years old. Two grown sons who had been using since 14 and 15, I think she said. And just going in, yeah, it's a human interest piece. I'll give you that. We all are interested in human nature and the way everything works. But that, I couldn't do. I could not do, and I'm not talking like I would want them arrested or anything, like, but just to stand there and do nothing but film these people at the very brink of destruction, knowing that one of those could be the end of it. I couldn't do it. I could not do a job like that. I'm doing good. How are you, Marion? Yes. Bree. Yeah. There's a lot of that. It's just sad. I don't know. We see it so often. Hey, shop. Yeah. Yeah. And Beefrig's, a lot of those towns. I don't remember when this one was filmed. Exactly. It was talking about charges in 2011. So it's an older one for sure. But this little area of Arkansas has nothing for resources. And they were driving around and the lady was pointing out all the different houses, like, oh, that person does this, but they are, addicted to this or addicted to that. Every single house, it seems to be ravaging some of these smaller communities, and there is no resources. There is absolutely no resources available in some of those areas. And that just highlights like the bigger picture. That's why has Mark been doing this work for so long that he, not to give him a pass, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to see the other side of this that I potentially could be missing. But is he so pissed off because this is the reality of stuff and there is no resources? So he figures highlighting this on a disgusting, icky scale is opening the conversations. It's kind of like the whole Sound of Freedom shit. When people are like, but at least it's getting the conversation going. I don't see it that way, because it's getting the conversation going about false information around situations that need to be addressed very seriously. I don't know. Shop, we're just talking. We're just bullshitting. We've talked about a little bit of everything this morning. Yeah, Marion. And that's the thing. These are, yeah, yeah, Miss Leah. I agree with that. I think the intent is always the bigger picture, like hoping to show that this problem exists and there's nothing that people can do. It's a spin cycle that most people get in and then they can't get out because there is no resources to get out. I think that is one of the things that they're attempting to do, but some of it is just so hard to watch. So hard to watch. Yeah, Nisi, that is a hard one for me too. Yeah, it almost seems, Marion, in a way that he became disconnected or desensitized to it. I don't think you could ever be desensitized to this. I know I can't, even though I've lived around it 30 plus years of my life. Um, I don't think it's something I'll ever be desensitized to, but that's from being an empath. Yeah, shopaholic. I agree with that. We were talking about some of his older work. Well, I was talking about, what is this going on here? Because the mom, she has done a reality show or tried, like, she seems desperate for. Do you guys remember the Dr. Phil girl? Catch Me Outside. How about that? That girl. Remember how all of that fuss around her and how she got famous? I almost wonder if some of these people are doing this intentionally in attempts or hopes that they seek the same fame, because she seems to. She's also got a channel, and I'm going to show you guys this on my other channel. We'll do a whole highlight of it, but the South Central Baddies, and then she's got a whole channel of where, like, she gives the prophetic word. She's like Tyler Feller on crack, and not saying she's on crack, because I don't think she is, but it looks to me like she has tried everything in her seek of social media fame. The UK resources are crap. Yes. Yes, Bree, 100%. Beefers, absolutely. Yes, resources are a huge thing. And I think everybody is pretty much in agreement that resources are shit. But what do we do to get there? What the fuck? Like, how do we get to where these resources are available so people can actually use them? Yes, Nisi, that's a huge thing too. And some people, when they get in that spin cycle, I'll be honest, I think that a lot of people give up because they're so used to getting doors shut in their faces that they just give up. They don't see any way out. And it's exhausting continuing to get slammed in your face and no resources and no help and all of that stuff. So I think people just give up and they kind of succumb to the feeling that it's never going to get better. They don't matter. Nobody gives a fuck. I really genuinely do believe that. I don't know. I don't know. There's no right answer in this situation, unfortunately. If any of us had it, I think we would all have fixed it. But the conversations around this stuff is really important. It's hard to get help to people. Yeah. Targeted case manager. That's really great, Miss Leah. Community-based support is really important for a lot of people in rehab, having the community-based supports of other people that come in and help you navigate through, not just the mental health therapy, but the medical appointments. And if you're in, adjudication or litigation, I should say, you have charges or anything, like somebody that can help them keep task on everything, because it becomes a cycle too. So somebody gets help, they get clean, they're still dealing with court stuff, they still have warrants potentially. And I'm just speaking broad, I'm not speaking one person specifically, but um they get in that cycle where they just don't come out of it. They can't get to court because they don't have a vehicle, because they aren't able to afford to have a vehicle. Then they have more added to their court fines. They can't pay their court fines, they end up losing their driver's licenses. Like, there's a whole cycle that continues to happen. There's nothing easy about it. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, they always say help is available. And I've heard people on the internet say it's easy to get somebody into rehab. It's easy to get resources. The fuck it is. If it's so easy, tell us all how. Explain to us. Set the roadmap if it's so easy, because it's not. And that's not. If you lucked out and got somebody into a good rehab that is not state funded, and you could private pay for that shit, and they were actually successful, that's a huge success. Because for most people, they are in a state, they have to wait for a bed at a state ran facility. State ran facilities don't like to keep people very long, they're not long term. Then people end up in prison systems, such as my sister, who, that's not going to fix her issues. It's not going to. Gives her a safe place to sleep for a little bit. And by the way, I did finally find out last night that she has been actually transferred to prison from jail. So, bye, Nanny Ale. Yep, absolutely, Scorpio. It's just a horrible cycle, and it just wash, rinse, repeat. It just goes around and around and around. And we're seeing some of the same behaviors, just in switched aspects on YouTube too. Like, there is a lot that goes on that mirrors a lot of our systems are fucked from top to bottom. There's no question about that. I agree with you guys all on that. Absolutely agree with you guys. If you've never been depressed, you wouldn't understand yet. Hopelessness. It's not even just depression, it's hopelessness. It's feeling they don't matter anymore, I think. Yeah. Shop. That's very unfortunately common. That's one thing I have to say. Like, they say that for heroin addiction, I don't know what the new stats are. This is an old stat, so don't quote me, please. But I think they say people usually fail rehab 11 times. 11 fucking times before they can actually get clean. Neezy, it needs to be put as all one. Everything mental. Without mental health, you can't have physical health. I'm sorry to say that. And we're seeing a big display of that. If your mental health is not in check and you get hit with a physical illness or issue, yeah, you're fucked. Honestly, fucked. And that's not, I'm not trying to be mean about it or anything like that, but sorry, I'm getting cigarettes out of the truck. Do you think it's a lack of support? Absolutely. Part of it. Yes. Yep. Co-occurring disorders are really terrible. People who medicate, and this is the unfortunate truth, is there's people that medicate because they can't afford buying illicit stuff off the street is cheaper than buying their medications that they need. Isn't that fucking sad? Sorry guys, shut in the garage. Give me a second. Here's the little fat baby. Oh, hi baby. Good morning. The little fat girl came running across the street. See, this is where we go on a Sunday morning when I take you to church. Sorry guys, I'm reading you guys. Hey, let's be honest. Yeah, and that's the sad thing. Like, these are the realities of our system, our systems. Like, there is no simple solution. And I think that's why I don't shy away from talking about this stuff, because it's impacted so many people I care about. It's impacted so many people in my real life. We talked about Kyle's dad last night, being from that old school generation, and just kind of how it's ravaged his life after loss and stuff like that. Like, there is no right way. And I'm preaching to the choir because unfortunately so many of you in here have had experienced horrendous loss that nobody should ever have to experience. And who doesn't want to be numb in those situations? Who doesn't want to be numb? Anybody? I'm going to use the ice maker, so I'm going to mute you guys for a second. Oh my gosh, Joan. Hey, SoFlo. Marion, that's a hard. I need to do a deep dive into the difference between the UK system and the United States system and the Canadian system. I would be really interested to see the difference between all of them. Joe, and I am so sorry to hear that. Is he okay? That's the other thing. Our mental health professionals need mental health help. Like, the shit that they see and deal with and are stuck with all the time, terrible. You see, I got my sister into rehab at 19 years old. I was 19 when I took her to her first state-run facility. That took me months to even get there. And then she met the little's dad. So although I am grateful to have my littles, and I'm so glad that they're here, their mom and dad met in rehab. A state ran, he had just gotten out of prison and was doing a bid at the state ran facility in Butte, Montana, MCDC, Montana Chemical Dependency, and terrible, terrible facility. But I never got my sister back after that. So here I thought I was helping her and ended up taking her to a place where she met the man who would eventually have basically helped destroy her entire life. Granted, she had choices in it, but still. Yeah, hey, everybody coming in. Thank you, Scorpio. We're just bullshitting y'all about life in general. About it all. We're just talking about it all. Nothing drama, nothing. Joan, see, and that's another thing. Like, our doctors and psychiatrists and mental health professionals, they don't have enough support. They don't have, well, and here's another thing too. For some reason, we have drug shortages, like our manufacturers of the drugs, ADHD meds for one. Like, it is one thing that people can't access. Like, for some reason, there's a shortage in a lot of places. I know people that struggle with adult ADHD or ADD that haven't been able to get the meds that they need, and it makes them feel erratic and crazy, and they're not. They're just without their meds. They're chemically imbalanced and they need that medication. So we have a manufacturer shortage. We have doctors with the FDA and the DEA, the oversight of some of this shit with people that need mental health help, or pain management doctors, for instance. Like, when you're cutting people off that have cancer pain and veterans and all of this stuff, of course people are turning to the street. Like, it's a horrible fucking cycle. All of this is such a cycle. All of it, such a cycle. And then the practitioners, like, it's scary to be a mental health professional. There is no supports, no protection, nothing. Yeah, okay. You guys are experiencing the shortages too. See? Let's be honest. And that surprises me that it's terrible, because the prison system in Norway is amazing. So it's interesting to me how they dialed in. And maybe it's not across the board. Maybe it's just that one prison in Norway, but they have such a different approach to the prison system at that one, at least. I would have thought that they would have had like a better balanced system, but everywhere I think has cracks. Oh my gosh, the real angel. I am so fucking sorry. Are you okay? I am so sorry. Oh, sending hugs. God, I am so sorry. We were just talking about her last night. Ugh. This is what I'm fucking saying, y'all. This is why I'm so sick of the bullshit on the internet. Can I just fucking cuss some people out right quick and say, all of you and your petty ass fucking bullshit competition and your games and your fucking drama and the bullshit, stop. Stop the fucking shit. There's people really going through it out here. Really fucking going through it. It becomes real fucking petty when every day there's somebody that ooh, Death Griff says, throwing this out there in case it helps anyone. I couldn't get ADHD meds for months. I switched to on post. Husband is active duty, and I've been able to get them every month for the past year. That's great, Death Griff. Thank you for sharing that with us. Oh, by the way, too, we talked about, I did get an in to a Nurtec for those with migraines or suffer with that and fight with insurance. If you need information on that, email me and I will get you the stuff my doctor gave me in Kenzie. Fuck, it's annoying. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that shit, but it's fucking annoying when people in the comment section are struggling with so fucking much. Everybody is struggling with so fucking much. And you get on this goddamn app and you watch grown ass adults telling people where to go, what to do, what to say, who to fuck with, who not to fuck with, fighting over the stupidest shit. Why don't we fucking live in reality and realize that the people sitting next to you are probably going through worse shit than you'll ever fucking know? Like, the real angel, I am so sorry. I just want to hug you. Like, that fucking, I'm so sorry. The shit, everybody's fighting battles. Everybody is fighting a fucking battle. And your battle might not seem important to somebody else, but you know what? It's important to you, and that's valid. And that's all that fucking matters. Okay? Let's go there. Oh, I'm not taking you to church. Becky's sermon of the morning. Fucking figure out what's important. Y'all, people could get on this fucking app and drag me all goddamn day long. Do you think it's going to, at the end of the day, change who I am? Nope. Because what they say about me don't fucking matter. They ain't paying my bills. They ain't feeding me. They ain't fucking me. They ain't financing me. Get the hell out of my head. You ain't. You ain't ever going to tell me about my reality that I live in when I fight every fucking day. We've been dealing with the Concerta shortage over here and finding behavioral health docs to take pediatric patients in this area, which is massive. We are on wait lists that are like 6 to 8 months. Phoenix Children's has one psychiatrist, one, that has an open fucking schedule, and they're still waitlisting it. That's it. When you are living in such a fucking alternative universe that YouTube is the end all be all, and you've lost all connection to reality and realizing that other people are fucking dealing with the same shit all day long, yeah, there's bigger issues. Scorpio, but people do care. People do care. And you need to talk about it because it's not about the other people not caring. It's about you needing to get it out. That's valid. And that's you. Nobody can tell you what you're going through is invalid. And that goes for anybody. Everybody's going through something. Everybody is going through fucking something. Yes, Beefrigs, I agree with that. I've checked the fuck out on a lot of stuff. Hey, Smiles. Hey, y'all coming in. Sorry, we're just bullshitting over here. I'm the Sunday morning preacher this morning. Say that, Marion. Nobody should ever have that much control. I'm so much, yeah. The real angel, it puts it into perspective. You know, it really like, I just don't got time for this shit. I can be petty as fuck. I can be the biggest bitch. You guys see that. You know that. I am definitely capable of being a bitch. And I own that. But when it comes to real life shit, you ain't ever going to see me dragging fucking, I don't know. That's just not who I am. Everyone needs to feel heard and validated. And what they need validation for might seem minor in comparison to what you're going through, but it's just as important to them. And that's all that fucking matters. Now, some of these people, I'm going to say this flat out too, because I've been dealing with some of the craziest fucking shit for a year. It also doesn't give some people excuses, but they do this shit and they do the evil things because they're fucking fucked up, hurt people who it feels better to hurt and vindicate, like the vile. They feel vindicated by spewing that vitriol onto others because it makes them feel less hurt because they were hurt in their lives. So doing that to somebody else almost gives them revenge, even if the person has nothing to do with anything that's ever gone wrong with them. It gives them a sense of revenge. Oh, Marianne, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, all of the mental health systems, and it's such a chronic issue. It's such a chronic problem. It's an epidemic. Our mental health system is becoming an epidemic. B, for example, I'm glad to hear you say that. Well, and you also like you've been through reality. Hey, Muffin Mouse. Hey, PG. Yeah, Scorpio, I get that. I get that. Hurt people hurt people. Absolutely, they do. Marion, I am so glad you're doing your bucket list. Good for you. We have so many people that are struggling so badly. So badly. I just can't, like, the whole shit with it. I wish them well and move the fuck on. So many people are dealing with so much shit. I don't know. It just makes me sad. It makes me fucking sad that this is how adults adult. It's sad to think that this is my little ones who have been through more shit than a lot of these fucking grown ass adults have more compassion and empathy in them and understanding of the bigger picture than some of these grown ass adults that are out here fucking yelling and screaming foul all day long. Just pisses me off. Hey T, I'm getting stepping down from the pulpit. Don't get me going on shit like this. This is where I become extremely passionate, though. This is the stuff that really bothers me because it affects so many people all day long. So many people. Queen Bee said in her live yesterday, this is one thing that I took away from her live that really hit me. We are all one decision away from a different reality. One choice. There's so many people that have been in prison or incarcerated for pot or, and I'm just downplaying it. But everybody is one choice away. You have that one choice. What are you going to do with it? In some of those situations, we don't know. You don't know until you're in that situation. But there's so much shit that goes on out here. That's why I don't give a fuck about your record, anything like that. Some of them I do. Some of them I care because some of them aren't changed behaviors. But absolutely, PG. People do. They use it. It's a treating addictions too. That's one thing I will say that I've noticed very highly is there is a lot of people who trade addictions and they go from, whether it's cigarettes, tobacco, you know, I'm going up the line, pot, meth, heroin, whatever the case may be, whatever they're addicted to, sex, pornography, whatever you want to call it. When they stop one addiction, they have to fill it with something else. And sometimes the parasocial relationships on the internet become that filler. And they become that addiction for so many. And they feel that they're in a, place where they're getting comfort and compassion. In reality, they're getting nothing but toxic fucking wasteland. Welcome to the Church of Nonsense. God, Mark, we'd all fucking be screwed. If I was to sit there and fucking give a sermon every day, everybody would be screwed. Everybody would be like, shut the fuck up, nonsense. It's in my genes. Standing behind a pulpit, spewing nonsense is in my genes, y'all. Welcome. You're welcome. It's just sad, though. Prison systems. You know how many times my stepbrother has found God in prison? You know how many times? Fucking more than I can count. And I don't even know how he's been in prison an awful lot, but it was always hid from me. So I didn't know quite. My father, alcohol to, and I wasn't born or around or anything, to religion. Same thing. It's still all the same. No matter how you mask it, it's just trading. And it's okay. People need to find, here's the other thing, like you got to find an addiction or something that makes you happy that's not harmful to your health and your mental health, your overall health, which includes mental health. People need community. People need support systems. We see a need now more for connection and human connection than we ever have, in my opinion. The internet has really filled a lot of that space for people who don't have those one-on-one, whether it be for health reasons, whether they have anxiety and they don't get out, whether they're isolated and homebound, dealing with issues, financial, whatever the case may be. There is so much that is disconnected because of the internet, and people have found a comfort spot because you can shut it off and on, but some people can't shut it off. It becomes too much and they can't shut it off. Yeah. Scorpio, I've some of the ones I've known found him and lost him like 14 times. It's the meth though. It's the meth. And I am all, hey Pete. I think I said hey Pete. Oh, Smiles. My gosh, I am so fucking sorry. I'm sending you a huge hug today too. That's hard. That's fucking hard just knowing. Uh yes, T. People need community. Yes. Yeah. Y'all thought you were coming in here to hear me drag somebody or get all upset or fight with somebody, and here I am just fighting with myself and everybody's ideas. I just fight. Y'all, I fight my own demons every day. I don't have time to fight yours. Okay. Like, can we all just fight our own demons? I can't fight everybody else's demons. Y'all, you're coming in here to hear me drag shit, and I got you guys in here, and we ain't dragging shit except the mental health system and the lack of fucking help for so many people and the resources and the bullshit about that's what we're dragging today. Joke's on us. Oh, Smiles. I will for sure. Sending you huge hugs. Hey, pugs. Yeah. Yeah, Marion. People, it's become so isolated for so many, and out of necessity for some too. Like, this is not a choice that some have. Some don't have an opportunity of getting out. They are homebound, whether it be for medical reasons or whatever the case may be. People have debilitating anxiety that they don't want to leave their house. That's a real fucking thing. These are real struggles that people go through. And to watch what is going on here, it's hard. It is fucking hard. Oh, revival. Sending hugs, y'all. Sometimes I don't leave the house for 6 months. Yeah. Exactly, Scorpio. Who's got energy for that? At the end of the day, shut it off. Shut it off. I could come out here and say a whole bunch of nasty shit all day long. But where's that going to get me? Where's that going to what's that going to do for anybody? It's not going to make me feel better at the end of the day. Does this really make people feel better? Like, do they really go to bed at night going, yeah, that dragon was good? No, they go from dragging somebody right into a fucking chat, and they're like trying to justify their behaviors. If you are going right into a chat trying to justify what you just said, you aren't even secure in what you said. Hey, Truth Seeker. Yes, Marion, there are some amazing people. You just got to weed through the bullshit. You got to weed through the bullshit. PG, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I have seen heard some of the foulest shit, even about myself. And it just, at the end of the day, it makes me sad for those people because you ain't affecting me like they hope to affect you. But all they're affecting is themselves. True, Susie. There's true. That is true. Some are doing it because it makes them money. There's no lie about that. No lie about that. Yeah. Yep. The trauma stuff is just gross to me, honestly. It overshadows the true victims of these cases. I don't know. I don't even really look at the trauma shit. I mean, I do. I guess it's all a little trauma. I'm not true crime though, so I don't do true crime. So I don't know. Yeah, Running Bear, I get that. Yes, for sure. Buddy, stop. Scorpio thing, I forced myself last night. Like, Kyle was home last night, so we watched a movie together, and I am so like fortunate too. I will say that a lot of people don't have a partner or a support system or PG. He wants treats. Hold on, let me show you. He hasn't gotten his treats yet, so give me a second. I'll show you guys. You're not seeing me because I just rolled out of bed. See, look at him. So starved. He's so starved, can you tell? Yeah. He's being neglected. Please call the ASPTA. He's definitely being neglected. I think somebody needs to come see him. There is, let's be honest. There really is. That's what Kenzie, like, I think I know who that is, Marianne. Can you imagine having a life of you get out of bed and just get to whine for a treat and somebody just walks around and hands you treats all day because you whine at them? What a terrible life. You're the queen of isolation. There's not many people I trust these days. I get that. Right? Smile's so neglected. So neglected. Hey, people. Oh my gosh, PG, did they lift their little paws up and look at you like you're the most evil person on the planet? That's what they always do. Scorpio in this household, it does. They have raincoats too. Oh my gosh, no way. Running Bear, that's how I was when I first got on here. I was still yawning, but I was just trying to tell everybody we were good. Everything was good. I do it to shut him up. I will, Marion. I think I know who she is, but I will look again just to make sure because I think. Oh, by the way, if you're coming in, and I don't know if Vic's still here or not, but today I'm dragging Vic. Vic is on the chopping block today. It's Vic and I are fighting because she likes pumpkin spice lattes, and that's just disgusting. She also likes mustard on her burgers from Whataburger. We're fighting over that too. That's the drama going on today. You have 4 cats. Pete. Oh, it's not just the dogs though. They work in tandem. The dogs get the cats going. The cats get the dogs going. They know how to work this. Oh, they're smart little buggers. Everybody's smart little buggers. Vic sounds awful, right? Pumpkin spice and mustard. Ugh. There was something. Oh, and she likes the movie too. She likes the show that Kyle forced me to watch last night. That's terrible. And she can't even find the right live. I'm talking shit on her and she's in the wrong live. Vic, you're making this too easy on me. Good morning, everybody. Oh. See, that's the shit. We talk about so much food over here. We're always like, oh, she likes coconut too. That's the other thing she likes that I can't get behind. I just can't get down with that. I can't have friends like that. Oh, gotta draw the line somewhere. Hold on, I gotta tell you guys the name of that stupid show that they make me watch. It's just way too out there for me. The migration, they lost me with the migration path. That was where I lost it. I was like, nope. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Good Morning Burden of Proof. It is hold on. It's the Julia Roberts movie on Netflix. Sean Penn, is that who it is? The ending was just so. It ended with the Friends show. Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's weird. Miss Leah. Okay, never mind. I'm back to Dragon Miss Leah. Miss Leah wants to fight this morning too. Quit. You just quit. You are so. Oh, now you need kisses. Good morning, Dexter. Dad's still in bed. You go away. Where is it? Should be in our recently watched. Hold on. I looked at Kyle when it got over. Yeah, I looked at him and I said, "What the fuck did you just make me watch? Did you guys see Matthew Perry died of ketamine?" Super interesting. Hey, Anna. Nimity. Revival. Vic, you need to put it, please turn me orange, my stream orange, and put fraud on it. #1 fraud on YouTube. Nonsense. I'm going to change my. You guys haven't even seen it. We haven't been on my main channel, but I added 2 new tiers for membership, and one's called the Fupa Friend. And the other one's called the Plucking Cabana. Oh, where we make all your plucking dreams come true. Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon. It's terrible. It's Ethan Hawke, yeah. That's who it is. Yes, anonymity. That's what it is. You're right. Leave the world behind. Yeah, it's a little out there. You didn't get the memo. Oh God. Hold on, I'm going back up. Yeah, the real angel. Yeah, actually, it was crazy because I've been discussing having ketamine infusions with my doctor. They use it a lot for fibromyalgia and other chronic illnesses. But the ketamine, I'm really interested. They are actually doing a lot. There is actually some sort of, God, if Kyle was up, he could tell me. There's some sort of, you know how you can get like knockoff kratom in the gas stations in certain states? Well, I guess there's some like 5 hour energy shot that has ketamine in it in gas stations in certain states. I think California has them. But people are getting really sick over those shots too. It's kind of, there's good and bad with it, but it sounds like there's some really bad. Go for it, Pete. You can drag me #1 fraud on YouTube. I'm just an asshole. That's all. You quit watching TV 4 years ago. Oh, Running Bear. Hey, I'll give you that. Yeah. Yes. Amy, didn't he have heart issues? Oh, are you doing PG? Yeah, there's a lot with ketamine. They do a lot with ketamine. Running Bear, last I heard, she was really sick, but she was really thankful for all of you guys. Oh, yeah, well, if I could get these sinuses to quit, it would be wonderful. I'm so sick of being the sniffly snotter. Revival, lay off my cigarettes. I don't smoke that much. Yeah. Kyle was just talking about stopping smoking last night, trying to use that as a leverage with his father. Yeah. Some of them are really scary. They've been using ketamine for quite a while in treatments, though, for quite some time. Did you guys see that they're doing trials with LSD for mental health stuff? Rapper, you're like on this good. You're on a like behave these days. I'm here for it, Rapper. This is why I've always fucked with Rapper though. Rapper comes and trolls me one day and then is good as shit to me the next day. Actually, usually they're always good to me. I like it, Rapper. I like it. I like this version of you. I like this version of you. Absolutely, it is, PG. 100% it is. Pete, what can I ask? What made you decide no? Was it just the unknowing? I'm a little anxious about it. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I've heard it works wonders. It's got a pretty high success rate, but it's all done under direct supervision. Yeah, microdosing's a big market, huge market. Microdosing with mushrooms has been a thing for quite some time. In fact, we actually looked at microdosing. Oh, Rapper, that's really sweet. Um, I love you most days too. Just not when you're trolling me. No, actually, you're good for a laugh sometimes. Sometimes you get a little crazy, but that's all right. We all have those days. Smiles. Yeah, there's a lot. Let's be honest, most of the time, I haven't had them troll me for a long ass time. There is an alt, though, that's, I think, not this rapper that plays on the rapper thing, too. Rapper's got a million accounts, but there's also good rapper and bad rapper, too. Hey, go ask Alice. Secondhand smoke is really, yeah, it's just as bad. Amy, you know what's crazy, too, is I've never smoked in my house. Ever. It's just not something I can't stand the smell of it. And I'm very like self-conscious of smelling like smoke. I'm a terrible smoker. So I always like shower, wash my hair, keep my hair up, wear a smoking jacket outside. Like the flannels that I wear, I do that just so the smoke doesn't stick as bad to my clothes. I'm weird about it. I go through all these extra steps, but my grandparents, like, we were talking about it, Kyle and I, not long ago, how people used to be able to smoke on planes, like enclosed planes. They used to smoke in doctors, like you could smoke anywhere. You look at old, like interviews or interrogations. They had cigarettes in the prisons. I've never tried kratom. Vic, I have and I haven't. Like I do have a vape, but I am not good about using it. And then the one I had, I lost. So I need to find another one because I do like just the habit. Just past cannabis, yes. We were talking about that the other day, Scorpio Sting. Oh, smiles, yeah. We always say that when you're sick, it's like the last thing you want is a cigarette. Unless you have a really sore throat. For some reason, when I have a sore throat, I always want a cigarette because it opens up my lungs. But, Dexter, you are not skinny, sir. He's mad because Bella gets wet food and she hasn't been sharing with him. Just ignore him. He's totally fine. Ouch. You are such a bad dog. What do you want? What do you want? Ugh. Oh, does Bella have treats and not sharing with you? Hold on. Bella didn't finish her treat. You can have it. You can have it. You need me to give it to you? That's all he wants. He's going to whine at me until he steal his. And she's like, what are you doing stealing my treats? There you go, buddy. Bella doesn't want hers this morning. She just had them hidden. Bella hides her treats, and Dexter, this is the morning thing. Snooze? No, let's be honest. I cannot picture you being a chewer. The only time I've ever chewed, I think I told you guys the story about that when I was like 14 years old. First time I ever smoked pot. Had cotton mouth, terrible. And they gave me a dip. We were on a freaking logging road in the middle of nowhere. I got the dry heaves. Nobody had anything to drink. It was a nightmare. I still think about it 27 years later. You could smoke in the hospital, yes. Running Berry, I would say Google it. It's hard. Hey, Zoya, good morning. It's hard to explain, but it's a new treatment that they're using for a lot of stuff. It basically, what I was explained by my doctor is it kind of almost resets the sensors. So it almost strips your sensors of, like, if say you've been on medication for a long time for something, or and your medication stopped working, a lot of times it will strip it off the receptors. Like ketamine infusions will help strip it, and those medications will become effective again for some people. but I don't know all the ins and outs of it, and I'm not a medical professional. I'm not giving medical advice or anything like that. Please do your own research and talk to your medical doctors about anything. I will never do that, but they're using it for a lot of new treatments. Vaping. You're a food addict. I see. I suck at eating. I am quit smoking 31 years ago. No leaking. Yeah, that's what I can't stand leaky vapes. Yeah, she always hides her treats. It's more addictive. Get the patches first. Oh, Golden Shepherd and German Shepherd and Golden Retriever. That's got to be a pretty dog. Yeah. In the hotel rooms, too. You could smoke in hotels and they still smell. Oh, it's in the pouch. You use the pouches, not the loose stuff. Okay, you got me there. Let's be honest, because they gave me Copenhagen, uh, and it was terrible, and I'm still tormented. I got all sorts of fun stories I could tell you guys about one time that they had me convinced that the cops were outside the window, and meanwhile it was just somebody that had gotten out of the car and was knocking on the window acting like a cop, and they got me to flip my ass over because I was ripped out of my mind, and they had me convinced that a cop was knocking on the window, and I sat on a Windex bottle and it exploded, and for some reason I had blue paint. Oh yeah, I've been through hell. I put Vaseline in my eyes instead of Visine because they told me. Yeah, my sister and her friends. I was their little playtest dummy, so I have stories for days. You could smoke everywhere. Ew. Electroshock. Oh, PG. Yeah, I don't know much about that. I haven't. I'll have to look at that. Um, there is a medication, Wellbutrin, they use a lot for stopping smoking, but I know for some people it has pretty negative side effects. I think that's the one, right? Am I right? Isn't that the one they use quite a bit for Wellbutrin for no smoking? Kenzie's on that for mental health issues. Yep, Wellbutrin. Okay, that's what it is then. Isn't it bupropion? Isn't Belbuca, or not Belbuca, bupropion? I always get them confused though. Is it bupropion or bupropion? Buprenorphine is Belbuca and Suboxone, Subutex, right? And then buperine or whatever is Wellbutrin, I think. That's the same, Gina. That's the same as Kenzie. She's on bupropion and escitalopram. Yes, okay. I got them right. Ha! Chantix. Yes, Chantix. I heard a lot of people have uh, bad ideation. Celexa? Huh. Interesting. I don't think I know what that one is. Maybe I do. Maybe I know. See, all of them have a generic name and a pharmaceutical name, and it gets so confusing. And then there's the other manufacturers of it, and it gets all confusing. Prozac, they do use that very often. That's it. Chantix. Yeah. Okay. Prozac is, I can't remember what the generic name for Prozac is. I should know. I know. We all know the meds. We're like, yep, this one, that one. Hey, that's okay though. We know all the meds. Have you guys heard? There is one, if you have anxiety or picking disorders, I encourage you guys all to look into NAC, NAC. It's an over the counter supplement that we use prescription wise. It is prescribed but I encourage you, if you have anxiety or skin picking issues or OCD tendencies, things of that nature, look into NAC, NAC. You can buy it on Amazon, a brand called Now. Of course, talk to your clinicians about it first, but it is like my girls have been on it for a long time, all three of them, and it does wonders for them. Fluoxetine, yes, thank you. Fluoxetine affects her. I don't. And like Nancy, yep. And it's acetylcysteine. I can't remember what the N stands for. N, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, A as in apple, C as in cat. It's an over-the-counter supplement, but it does wonders. Oh, stop it. I'm going to give it to Dexter. I'm going to give you that medicine and make you go night-night. Hydroxine. Yep. That's a antihistamine to help. They use hydroxine for amping up certain meds and also anxiety. The NAC stuff I love. Yes, PG, absolutely. Consult your physicians of everything. Always. Do not ever do anything. But it is one I suggest everybody talk to. Like, if you have those issues, talk to your doctor about it, because it's something I never even knew was an option until one of our doctors was like, oh, this is a great option. So, of course, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. You need to talk to your professionals. But Zoya, that's what, isn't it cause suicidal ideation for some too? Isn't that one of the reports with Chantix? I think. Yes, it's like Benadryl. Yep. Hydroxine. Yeah. That's what Kenzie used to take for or panic attacks. Oh, Burden, I'm so sorry. Is there anybody that takes anything that gets their dreams to go away? Has anybody tried prazosin? Those of you that have nightmares or vivid dreams? Has anybody, there's another medication that they use for vivid nightmares too. Prazosin is one. Prazosin. That's one that they use quite often. God, I wish Kenzie was up because she's tried another one. NAC. Gina, are you talking about NAC? NAC? Revival put it in the comments. Please check with your physicians, of course, but that is Prazosin. Yeah. PG, I hope you do great on it because it works wonders for my little. I don't know if they started you out at 0.1 or 0.2. We take 2 milligrams or 0.2, whatever it is, 2 milligrams twice a day. It works wonders for her. Wonders. No vivid night terrors anymore. And she's been on that for over a year. That's the little one. Thank you, Revival. Yes, ask, because it's cheap, Gina. It's the side there. So far, there's been no negative side effects, and all three of my girls are on it for OCD, anxiety, and skin picking issues. And so far, no problems. I was really glad. And you can get, depending on what they advise or whatever, you can get it on Amazon, and it's pretty cheap. Some insurances in some states do cover it too. See, Miss Leah, that's terrible too, because you never get into a full rest and reset. You're never fully resting and resetting. Look at us, all of us go. We started off on a freaking Yes, revival. That makes my heart so happy, though. Like, just I don't know what it is that does it, but there is something in that medication or supplement. It's a supplement that does wonders. It was a godsend when the doctor prescribed it for all three of my girls, all of them. One of them, she's got scars all the way up and down her arms from skin picking because she's OCD and anxiety gets so high. And she's the one with ADHD too. She's actually been picking a little bit again, but it has stopped her skin picking almost completely. Hey, Rebel Bros, good morning. They're still there. PG, maybe they need to up it. Hopefully they'll hopefully they'll find the right work because I know it works well for it. Well, I can only say for mine, but ooh, make fudge for your friend. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get off here pretty soon. I just want it. It is over the counter. Yes, Running Bear it is. Talk to your physician, but it is over the counter. I tend to like the Now brand, NOW, off of Amazon. That's the brand I prefer, but we get it through the pharmacy and they give it like we get a pretty good discount. Our insurance doesn't cover it, but it's $20 a month. I know, Miss Leah. I wish she did too. Amy, I would look into it. I would talk to your physician and look into it because I think that's something that it's got some. It's an interesting one that I had never heard of. They throw things at me all the time for my girls that I'm like, wait, what? They use that for what? Sure enough. And these are ones that I have found that don't have terrible side effects. That's the hard part is some of these mental health meds have such horrible side effects like the nausea. Kenzie is so nauseated lately. She's been eating Zofran by the handful because the mental health meds screw her stomach up so bad with her ulcerative colitis. And she just gets nauseated from hell when she takes the meds, but she has to have the meds. So it's just this juggling act constantly. Running Bear, it's used for anxiety, OCD, skin picking. There's multiple uses, but that's what we use it for, and it helps. Revival's telling you the truth about all of the ins and outs. I can't even tell you all of the ins and outs, but you know what Gina, they gave her over the counter. Damn it, she's not up. When she gets up, I will remember to post. It's an over the counter something with mint in it, and it helps better than Zofran for her. Yeah. And then you have to take a med for the side effect of the med. Yes, it's that constant fucking cycle, man. There's something to do with um I don't know what all of the chemical properties are of NAC, but it talk to your doctor because it is honestly there's a lot of benefits to it and no shitty side effects. Good morning, Fairy Meadows. Whatever they gave her, though, hold on, shit, I can't look it up because I'm on my phone. Whatever they gave her for nausea, it's over the counter and it works. It's expensive though. It's super expensive, but it is. They gave her samples of it and it has helped so much with her nausea. Melkosine. I don't know what that one is. I'll have to look at that one. Polypharmacy, yeah. Oh no, hell no, Smiles. That's scary. Yeah, that can be really hard. Coming off different meds, changing different meds can and cold turkey. People get sick of taking their meds though. They just get fed up and they're like, I've had enough. I've had enough. Sorry, I'm reading all the comments. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And this was kind of a nice conversation, actually. I didn't know. I was just trying to let everybody know. I hadn't watched anything. I seen the texts and the messages. We're all good. Everything's good. And then here we are. And 2 hours later, still talking. Yeah, smiles, but you do a lot of work to keep yourself in check too and constantly go through it. So many people go through so much. The real angel, if you're still in here, I'm sending you huge hugs for your sister and you today. Sorry that that's going on. Scorpio Sting, I'm really sorry about the loss of your sister. Everybody going through it. I'm really sorry that you're going through it. And I hope you all remember your feelings are valid. And even if you don't react right at first, even if you're nasty and vile and whatever, it's a part of the process and it's valid. You got to go through the emotions. Yeah, running bear. There's no question about that over here. We go from one to the other all the time. Good morning, Elizabeth. Of course, real angel. I'm really sorry that you're dealing with that. I hope she will pull through. The ICU, just in the ICU, those ICU nurses, though, they're a special breed in themselves. ICU nurses are healthcare workers. There's something special because those nurses deal with a lot. Mustard is disgusting, Vic. Dragon Vic. Oh, people are going to think that I'm actually fighting with it. We're just joking, y'all. We're just arguing about stupid shit. It's healthy dialogue. Yeah, it is. Sometimes. Well, it's dialogue about how unhealthy we all are. Maybe that's more like it. It's realistic dialogue, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, natural is hard for a lot of people. Everybody has different things. Yep. I will never judge somebody from being on meds, not on meds, like in therapy. Everybody's got to navigate. Some people that aren't on meds are not on meds because they can't afford their meds. PGI, fucking thank you. The audacity, right? Um, Becky's getting mustard in her stocking instead of coal this year. I'm a joy to live with. I stay medicated. Hey, nothing wrong with that. It does. I don't. Is there any way you can prepare for that, Scorpio? Honestly, like I, I don't think there's any possible way that anybody could ever prepare for it, even as much time as you have. I don't think there's any preparation that ever could do that. Oh, my old heart hospital, the real angel. Well, I hope she gets some good care there. I hope that Intermountain's pretty good for the most part, but they also suck on some parts too. So I hope that her care team is great. And I hope she pulls through. What would I do for a Whataburger? You guys are insane. Yeah, absolutely. Rebel Rose. Yep. Support and grace goes a lot further. Absolutely. Absolutely. Scorpio, that's just a lot. I'll never forget. Like that's just one of those things that, and all of you guys are going to understand that, like the last memories of my grandfather, I choose to try and look at the good things, but when the cancer had taken over his brain, uh, that was just too much. And that was my hero. So that was my hero. And it doesn't, it's been years. It's been over 10 years and I still can't. Almost 10 years. I still can't get over it. Those memories will never go. Scorpio, at least you were able to do that for yourself, though. But there's nothing that can prepare for that. And then having to watch and listen to this. Well, not having to, but being consumed with it has got to be a lot. Yes. PG, absolutely. Oh, Wounds, I'm so sorry. Oh, Vic, I'm so sorry. Sending huge hugs to you and your family. Oh my God, y'all. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm fucking talking about right here. Look how many people are fighting silent battles that nobody talks about or asks them about. Like, when's the last time most of these people came on here and asked you, how is your day? How are you guys doing? So sorry to hear that, Vic. Oh, God. That's so sorry to all of you that have lost loved ones or have loved ones struggling with health issues. That's fucking bullshit. It's been 15 years and they came back. Yeah. Yeah. God. One of my, I could share some pictures one day. She would let me share them too. One of my really good friends, really, really good friends. I love her to the end of the world. She actually is a therapist too. She had a double mastectomy and she has been through the ringer with health issues, and she's young. She's not very old at all. And now they're dealing with, that's my friend struggling with infertility. And watching what she's been through for the last year and a half is heartbreaking. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And she's lost so many of her female family members to breast cancer. My ex niece is going through stage 4 colon cancer right now. A year ago, they got a clean scan, and then now it came back, and she's got a 13-year-old daughter. Like, it's just everybody's dealing with shit. Everybody. If you're not affected by cancer or somebody that you love is not affected by cancer, unfortunately, it's just a matter of time. And I'm really sorry. I'm really fucking sorry for all of you guys going through this. Yeah, grief is definitely something else. Absolutely, Vic. Agreed. Absolutely. PG, I agree. We do. I forget I used to do that with you guys all the time. We need to do that. I'll get back. I need to get back into a schedule of doing my chats with you guys and talking about stuff like this. This is how you learn about your subs. This is how you learn about what other people are going through. This is what keeps you humble, in my opinion, is when you realize when you think you have it bad, just look around you, open your eyes and look around you, because somebody always has it worse. And I'm not saying that to diminish anybody's fight, because every fight is valid. Every struggle is valid, but we get caught up in feeling self-pity for ourselves, which you're entitled to feel that too. Like, you're entitled to feel sorry for yourselves. Shit like this sucks. Medical stuff sucks. Mental health stuff sucks. Fighting for other people, being the caretaker constantly, it's exhausting. It sucks. But it's always a good remembering, or a good reminder, to look around and realize that just when you think you have it bad, somebody else is always going through worse. You can get bitter or you can get better. That's the options we have in life. Vic, me too. Me too. This is kind of my hide a hole. This is where I just kind of come and say whatever I want to say about whatever I want to say. Running Bear, I'm glad. I'm glad you don't. You're never alone. Nobody's ever alone. Nobody. Even the worst of the worst are not alone. Unfortunately, there's people that are worse than them. You believe you're numb and you happen. You know, numb is where a lot of people go just to get by. It's a coping mechanism. Unfortunately, it's hard. But yeah, yep, absolutely. Yeah. It's one thing too, like my comment section, I have to give credit to my mods on top of my mods. People just don't pull the shit over here. They really don't. I don't get involved. Like, there's been attempts at it, but that's a very select handful of people that are, um, that's just who they are. That's just, it is what it is, kind of thing. Like, that's what they do to get through it too, I guess. And Dexter's still complaining, you guys. He's so deprived. Look at how sad he is. He's so skinny and deprived. Somebody call the ASPCA and come get this little brat. Get down. Get down. Aussies talk so much. They always are talking. All day long. All day long, huh? We talk. What you looking for? You think you're going to scratch treats out of me? You want to give kisses? He's the neediest boy ever. He's so needy. His ears. Stop it. Stop. Sit down. Sit. Go lay down on your pillow. Go lay down. Go. Go. Dexter. Go lay down. Go lay down. Buddy. Go. Dex. He listens so well. Get. Does Bella still? Oh, look at this. She unhid her other treat and she's got it sitting right in front of her. That's what he wants. Oh, what a little dork. Look at that. Is that what you want right there? And she won't give it to you? That's what he wants. Can I have this? Can I have that for your brother? That's all he wanted. Look at him. He's happy as hell now. I'm telling you guys, they keep me on my toes. She brought it out. Yeah. Oh, she looks so much better, Elizabeth. She's doing so much better. Say hi. She's like, I'm not awake yet. I'm not awake. You are a brat, huh? And this one's she's got to babysit everybody, huh, Eclipse? You're terrible. You're a terrible turd. You're a terrible turd. You know how to get what you want, huh? He's looking at her like, you got any more over there? No, stop. Now you go lay down. Okay, thank you for the kisses. She don't have any more, buddy. He's still looking around. Looking at her like, you go lay down. Go lay down. Who's that? Is that sis? Is that sis? Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, he smiles all the time, especially when he gets going. Go lay down. Oh, what do you got to say now, too? Eclipse, come here. You telling him how deprived you are? Somebody come get you? Eclipse is trying to attack him from the back. Oh, this is my life. Oh, that's from Amazon. The rug from Amazon. Oh, Marion, yeah. I know, right? He listens so fucking well. Oh, here comes Luna. The standoff is a beginning. Eclipse usually stands on those little round, they're called nesting tables. Normally they have not rugs, they have blankets on them usually. And the cats just curl in there and go lay down in there. And Eclipse will stand on top of them and Dexter will walk around in circles just like they're doing now. But she'll stand on top of him and smack him as he walks around him. She just follows him. Yeah, it's from Amazon, y'all. It's really cheap. I can link it for you guys. It's a really cheap rug, but it works really well. It's gray and white. It's kind of it's crooked. You get out of here. Look at how pathetic they are. The nesting tables are from Wayfair. Not Wayfair. Overstock. But the rug is from Amazon. I'll link it for you guys because it was really cheap. And they have other styles in it too. But it's like the perfect gray for my couch. I was actually really shocked. Really shocked. Y'all, I'm a cheap hoe. You guys know that. Me and my bargains Gotta love them. Oh, wait, sis is up. I can ask her. What's the med they gave you for nausea that you like? The samples that they gave you? I just fed them. Oh, she's getting her outside cats. IB Guard? Yeah. Is that what it's called? Yeah. It's called IB Guard. It's the medication she's taking. I think it's for IBS, right? It helps though. She said it's been helpful to her. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here for a while and mind my. Kenzie just got up. She's limping around. No, Running Bear, I do not have birds. Can you imagine what a shit show that would be in here? Look at these guys. They would be an absolute disaster. One on the counter. Actually, she's on the Chromebook. One right there. They're just a mess. Oh, you guys haven't seen Kiki. Hold on. Kiki's up to no good as always. Say hi. Say good morning. Dexter. Gosh. Hi, Kiki. Good morning, Kiki. Kiki's got his toy. Good morning. Of course, the real angel. Of course. Say hi. Is Kenzie feeding those outside cats? She's like, bitch, get the camera out of my freaking face. Dexter is an attention hoe from hell. Dexter, Aussies, if you don't know about Aussies, Aussies are the most needy dogs I have ever met. That's why I crack up when people are like, I got a miniature Aussie for a companion pet. I'm like, Dexter, are you ridiculous? Hold on, watch this. Look at his ears. Sit, buddy, come here. Come here. He's like, I'm going to get sis. Sit. Sit. Sit down. Thank you. Wait, stop. Stop. Are you the most needy animal in the world? No, not you. He's like, let me show you how needy I am. Sit your butt down. Good boy. He's like, don't take that tone with me, Mom. I'll probably come back on, you guys. I need to make almond roca today. Yeah, Smiles, please keep us posted on how today goes. I'll probably come back on and make almond roca and peanut brittle with you guys today. Maybe we'll make some fudge live. I'll probably do something like that and just bullshit with you guys. But thanks for coming in and hanging out with me. Sorry that, please understand, I'm not upset with anybody at all. Like, I just wanted everybody to know I didn't know what was going. I hadn't watched anything, but my phone blew the hell up. So there was obviously a misunderstanding. Everything's fine as far as all of that goes. So please, let's not make it into something it's not. Smoking in the boys' room instead of the newsroom. Fudge out of Velveeta. Wait, what, Running Bear? This one, go ask Alice. I'll be on this one. And then Kyle and I are going to do, I'm going to do a segment on talking about Mark Lita and Nova's mom, hopefully today or tomorrow. French mustard? What's French mustard? Okay, see, this is why I can't ever get out of here and I do a 10-minute freaking goodbye, a Midwest goodbye, as they call it, because I always read the comments and then I feel bad cutting anybody off because I'll always ask a question and then I have to wait for the answer. Eclipse, are you a pretty girl? He left me alone long enough. I've never heard of that, Running Bear. You want to say bye to your friends? This one, okay. So, hold on. Here's another one. They have to have blankies. So, that's Bella's blankie and pillow. That's the blankie I use and share it with Bella. That's the other cat's blanket. They get it on the back of them. And then there's another one. And these pillows are on the couch because they're Dexter's. Dexter has to have a pillow to lay on the couch. My animals need ASPCA stat. They all have their blankies, every one of them. Nobody can sleep in this house that without a blankie and a pillow, even the freaking cats. You want to say hi to? You didn't get your close up. Hold on. Let me find you. Hold on. Come here, Chubby. Here's this one. Say hi. Say hello to your little friends. There's Luna. Of course, Luna's getting attention, so Dexter's like, come here. What? Okay, thank you for the kisses. All right, y'all. I will be back later today. I will see you guys. Vic, ingredients for almond roca and the peanut butter, I'll post the recipes. Yeah, exactly. PG. Okay. See, I'm not alone in my insanity. What the fuck is wrong with me? Smiles. Are you feeling any better? Oh, you're good, Rebel Rose. I've You could spell it any way you want. Zoe, it's so good to see you. PG, it's good to see you too. All of you guys. I haven't seen some of you guys in a while, and it's good to see you. Lurker, if you catch us on the replay, sending you and Mama hugs. Vic, we're fighting still. I'm gonna come live and make peanut brittle and talk shit about Vic's likes and foods. Peanut butter fudge. Bye, Vic. Okay, I'm out now. I'm gonna sit here and talk to you guys forever. Okay, bye.